doing an NFT drop, very interestingly, it feels like releasing an album. So the way it started, so the NFT game, of course, I've been in it for I think I started talking to you guys about NFTs I think a year and a half ago. Episode 94, the NFT revolution. And in the meantime, you know, I went through the usual suspects: OpenSea, Foundation, Super Rare. No, it was not Super Rare. It was Noun something. Sorry, I forgot the rest of the name. And then I had on the BNB there you go. Yeah, the BNB on the BNB the Binance chain. I was in the platform as well. I had a few success. I think I sold around $10,000 of NFTs on OpenSea, and probably another 4,000 or 5,000 on Foundation. And then I also started minting on Tezos. But to me, I was like, you know, I don't like to. It's important to put your eggs in different baskets, and that's what I do in crypto as well. It's important to diversify. As an artist, as a musician, as anything, it's important to diversify. And but I never wanted to be in too many platforms, because at a point, if you diversify too much, you end up spreading yourself too thin. And so that was the moment where my boy Joe Conyers, who's the EVP of Crypto.com, told me one night in Twitter, "Hey, I run that company there. Like, come work with me." I was like, "Oh, you in the NFTs? Okay." And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were too." Like, because we knew each other from music. So I showed him my stuff. He told me to talk to the art directors that work with him. I showed them my stuff. They loved it. And directly they told me, "Hey, do you want to do a drop with us?" And I was like, "Oh, I never did a drop, but okay, can we schedule a call?" So we scheduled a call. I think we talked to each other 2-3 days after. And I already had my idea of my first collection. That was the sleeves. So let me see if I can. And it's crazy to see how my work changed as. Let me check my email. Yep. I sold 4 packs as we were talking. I like that. So the sleeves Genesis, we changed the name because the airdrop is coming. So the sleeve Genesis was the first. Why is this thing showing also? Yeah, of course it's showing Chrome. Everything out of Chrome. Yeah. So let me go. Ooh, 4 more packs. I might sell out this thing. Nice. There you go. Better. All right. The sleeve Genesis was my first ever drop with Crypto.com. I had them transform this whole collection so I could add some more sleeves in it. But, you know, so that's the new versions. And then you had that was my first thing. And I love to see the difference from this one to that one in the quality of my work. Redline, every song that is playing. Oh, you see, I was about to say something, and the song should be there on the side, but strangely it's not. Wait a minute. Now playing. Give me a second. What he's playing normally should be there. Give me a second. Coming. So what he's playing is, there you go. Oh, I'm not seeing it. Interesting. The name of the song playing is Cairo from Monsieur de Shada. Monsieur de Shada is my other name when it comes to music. And normally the name should be there, but for some reason, this is not, for some reason it's not appearing, but I'll put the link to the playlist of the songs that play. But normally on the others, you see, that's the name, Cairo. But interestingly, on this one, it doesn't appear for some reason. I don't know. There it is. There it is now. It appears finally. Hallelujah. Oh, maybe it was there, but because it was white on white, you could not see it. Let me see. Let me try. Let me see if it was. This is the issue. Anyway, listen. Let me go back to what I was saying. So I could see the difference between, in terms of quality, between my first artwork, the ones I do now, and no, that was a few months ago, and the ones I do like lately. I can see myself as a creator changing, and I can see that the things that I used to do, I'm not even able to do them anymore, just because my brain by itself is just visually learning and changing by itself. So this is the sleeve Genesis, and those were the ones from the first drop. So the first one I did was this one, and I just told her on the conference call that we did, I was like, hey, I want to do a series of manga type personas that will have different traits, etc. And they were like, okay, can you do 12 of them and we'll sell them at $400? And I was like, how much? These people are crazy. Nobody will ever buy anything that I do for this price. Because, you know, I mean, as a musician, I trust what I do, but as a somebody who draws on an iPad, as a visual artist, to me, I'm completely unknown, and I see people doing so much beautiful work that I'm like, nobody would buy my stuff. Like, it's more like, I would not say it's for fun, but I'm not taking myself seriously as an artist. When I was speaking to her at that time, I'm like, I'm not really taking myself seriously. I'm a musician, a seasoned musician, but those are just drawings, and I don't believe anybody would put 400 in it. That's what I was saying to myself at that point. And then the sleeves come out last year, and when it comes out on that drop, we sell out in 40 minutes. Boom. And yeah, listen, we made, I don't know, $70,000 all out of nowhere. Everybody's celebrating, and I'm shocked, because I never thought that, like, I would make the money of a year of touring selling the drawings. So I start taking myself seriously, first of all, and I was thankful for the platform CDC for, trusting in my abilities. And for example, this was, when I see it, I understand why people liked it, but to me, the new version of this on today is exactly the new version that I did of the same one that I airdropped to one of my holders. And so we go from there, and soon as we done with the sleeve Genesis, Valentina, who's the A&R, tells me, okay, we sent you a new drop sheet for your next drop. I was like, what? And so it becomes interesting. But again, once you have a success and you begin with a success, there's a pressure that you didn't have before. You see what I mean? There's a pressure that you didn't have because you never failed and you never succeed. So in a way, when I did the sleeves, in my head, my goal was to maybe sell 25%, and I would have been happy. I would be like, wow, amazing. Look, I sold 10,000 of drawings. I was like, but when I end up selling 6 to 7 times that amount, it's a shock. But now you have a success that you can now fail from. So this is where, as an artist, you can start bringing doubt. You can start being stressed because you want to succeed every time, etc., etc. And this is where having a long career as a musician really helps, because I know ups and downs in music. I know moments where it works, you have a lot of shows, you sell a lot of CDs, and other times where it didn't work, you didn't sell, and you go through the desert a little bit, and then you survive. And because I know you survive, when I enter the crypto market and the NFT market, I had all this experience with me. So to me, a success is just a success. It is part of it's a step towards a longer vision. So as I was working on art, I started really thinking of what I wanted to do. So I started having my free collections, the sleeves, the androids, and they were all designed by hand. I was trying to do like those PFP collections, but one by one, and just upload them by hand, and trying to add my style to something that, like, a crowded environment, and trying to do something different. You see what I mean? And then I had my Art That Pops, which is the place where I do more artsy stuff, if I would say. And I was supposed to do my next drop probably, I don't know. I mean, I knew that the artists, there's a lot of artists every day that are doing drops on crypto.com, and I didn't know exactly when I would have a slot for me to do my drop. And I was thinking probably, I don't know, July, September, who knows, because I was ready myself a long time ago with this drop, and but they were telling me, yeah, the market is horrible right now, and when the market is like this, it's better as artists, we tell our artists that are a little successful and a little famous, whatever, to wait a little bit before you release something, to have a market with better conditions. And me, I was like, hey, you listen, me, I'm fine personally. Like, I'm a person that know how to adapt. And if we have to do a smaller drop or divide a drop by 2 and do yeah, less pieces, cheaper, and do a one in May and another one in July or September, is fine by me as well. I believe that the most important is to keep on putting content, art, and myself, I put art all the time outside of drops anyway. So, but hey, listen, you understand your market out there, you guys between Miami and Berlin and Hong Kong, you guys understand your market. Whenever you need me to drop, I'll be ready. In the meantime, I will do works, other things, and maybe I will start working on maybe my next drop after this one. And 10 days ago, the market is starting to go in a free fall. The crypto market explodes. Listen, so most of the money from thanks a lot. Most of the money from most of the money from my latest drop, I think I bought a Louis Vuitton bag to my wife for her. It was for our wedding anniversary, I think, and or for her birthday. I don't remember. Yeah, birthday. And I bought. I paid a few things. I probably used, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000 in things that I needed, and the rest of the money I invested everything inside of the platform because I wanted to be invested. I like to be invested in the places where I make money. I like to invest my money in those places. So I bought myself probably around $25,000 of Chronos coin. I bought $10,000 to $15,000 of, or maybe more, of VVS, and another 5,000 of MMF, and then a sprinkle here and there. You know, like I told you, diversify. So I diversify a little bit, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. I just invest my money in there, stake everything, and only spend the money that comes from the staking. And hey, listen, everything was fine. Then the market dived, and I lost probably 35,000. I mean, I didn't lose money. I lost in value. My portfolio in this marketplace went from 45,000 to, I don't know, 17,000, which is a serious dive. But because I've been in this market for a long time, when it goes down, it goes down. If you don't need that money, you're not using it, it can lose value, but you still have the same number of coins. When it goes back up, and I've seen this market go back up after going down like crazy a few times already, when it goes back up, all the value is back. It's only if it's down and you need that money that you fucked. The rest of the time, you're cool. And so, yeah, to me, I'm not stressed when things happen. I just stop looking at my phone and I watch series or I watch YouTube videos, and I was saying to myself, actually, I wish I had some money to invest so I could buy the dip. And I was like, okay, I'm receiving royalties on May 15. Maybe I will put a little bit of money. Maybe I'll put like $1,000 or $2,000 in the market when it's down, so that when it goes up, my money is multiplied by 4 and I take my money out, whatever. And then last week, exactly 8 days ago, I received a message from crypto.com telling me, yo, do you want to do a drop on May 11th? I'm like, wait, next week? And they're like, yeah. Like we were looking at people's work, and we saw your drop, that everything was there, and we were like, yo, this looks great, like let's go. So listen, if you want, of course. If you don't, we give you another date. But if on May 11th you're down, let's go, let's do it. And me, I was like, let's go, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, because, you know, I'm not in the market just to be there, do a drop, make money. I'm in the market not only to create, orchestrate, and implement a vision, but I'm also in the market to learn as an artist what it is to release art in a great market, in a bull market, but also what it is to release art in a bear market. Like, what's the difference? And from those differences, I can learn better how to do my next drops depending on the markets, how to price the works, and how many pieces to do, and try different types of work as well, and see what works, what doesn't work. When something doesn't work as an artist, I'm not a person that will say to myself, oh my God, it doesn't work, oh, my career is over. Nah. When it doesn't work, or if you don't sell out, I see people on Twitter, on Discord, like, people have a strange emotional reaction and relation to art. To me, if you sell your art, it's amazing. But if you don't, you have to be grateful that it came out and you were able to share it with the world. If you have 10 editions and you sell 5, I never said to myself, oh, I didn't sell 5. I said to myself, I'm grateful that I sold 5. And the other 5, hey, listen, let's burn them or let's give them, whatever, depending the... But that's my philosophy. That's the way I am for everything. Like, if you're frustrated and you focus always on the negative things when it comes to work and our work, which is art, you're gonna end up always and never enjoying the blessings that you have. It is a blessing for some of us to be able to feed our families from our art. And if I make $10,000 in 24 hours, I cannot focus on the idea that I could have made 20 or more. I'm going to be like, yo, I have $10,000. I can pay this, that, those taxes, these things, schools, kids' school, and go on a holiday with my whole family. And take my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, their kids, their spouse. Like, that's amazing. That's a blessing. Now, if I make another extra 10, that's even more amazing, because I can continue investing in the platform, maybe investing in projects. And if I made another extra, I can say, yo, listen, I have an extra 5,000. Let me buy art from people who that 200 might make a difference. So that's my vision of the things. And this is why I never stress about, is it going to work? Is it not going to work?